everybody, today I'm going to be talking about the Objects of Affection's MAC Pigment collection sets for holiday 2014. Now, I only picked up 2, and I'm pretty pleased with my selections. I've pretty much gotten pigments from every collection for their holidays, and if you notice, a lot of these pigments are very similar, if not the same shades, from previous holiday seasons. So I picked up only 2 because I felt like they applied more to my life. I picked up the blue kit, which featured some really pretty blue pigments. Now, if you picked up the teal pigment set last year, from last year's Divine Night collection, the deep blue pigment, I believe, is a repeat, so you may already have this shade. Now, I don't particularly like the packaging on the jars themselves, the matte top, these little dots. They look like an amateur nail art, you know, where they're like, oh, pick up the glitter and dip it into the nail, boop, and it's got the line. It kind of reminded me of that. So it wasn't my favorite packaging for the jars, but the collectible packaging really had me over the moon. The little cameo, the glitter packaging, it was plastic, it's pretty. Last year's was cardboard, and though it was pretty and collectible, it wasn't as sturdy as this. This you can pop out the thing and you can use it to store whatever you want in it, lipsticks, what have you, have them all stand up, have the little MAC thing, and you know, you can save this too. You can put jewelry in here. I really love the idea of a keepsake instead of just something that's cardboard. But these didn't come in their own box, so if you ordered these, they just kind of were like shoved into the box with some paper on top. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to swatch these up for you now. So the first shade is just simply called White. Now, these are a smaller pigment jar from the typical MAC pigments, which are slightly larger, and they're really, really smaller than the original MAC pigment jars. By the way, if you don't know what to do with pigments, stay tuned at the very end of the video. I'm going to tell you everything you can do with pigments and glitters. So like I said, the first shade is White. So here you go. White shade. My hand's a little stained. As you can see, it's a quite frosty shade. It's a quite frosty shade that you can probably use to highlight the inner corners of the eye, under the brow, etc. It is quite opaque for even a frosty shade, but it shears out quite nicely and it blends well. And as you can see, my hand is stained with the pressed pigments because I applied them over primer. The primer is just like zapping glue. The next shade I'm going to show you is Blue Noir. This is a really nice color. I was really happy with this shade. The only thing is I really hate opening them because these little things are like hard to get off. Don't like them. So there it is swatched up. It's a very pretty muted blue-green shade with a little bit of like that frosty finish to it as well. The next shade is Deep Blue Green, and this is the one that was in the teal kit last year. It is a pretty shade regardless. Oops. I just went right through the other one. And it's a pretty blue-green shade, pretty deep. The next shade I'm going to show you is Gray Glitter. Now this is a really sparkly gray glitter. Pretty much everything the name implies. Gray glitter. So here we go. It's gray glitter. Really pretty. You'll see much better in the picture swatches. I just wanted to show you exactly how it applies to the skin, and I'll tell you how to apply this at the very end. And the last shade is Dark Soul. It's a darkened color. It's a darkened blue-green. But it has that silver shimmer in it that really just makes it to die for. And that concludes the teal pigment set. The teal pigment set featured the white top. Now onto the pink and rose set, which by the way was supposed to feature a gray cap. If you look at the description online, it said a gray cap, it showed a picture of a gray cap, but yet some people got a gray cap while others got a black cap. I was hoping for a gray cap, and I got sent the black cap twice. So I was very unhappy about that because while the packaging is pretty, I liked the silver gray one much better. But I'm going to show you the pink rose pigments right now, which I actually got on the suggestion of a friend from Instagram. So I'm very happy that I picked this up because it's quite pretty. It's really, really pretty. It's much brighter, a brighter look from the blues and the white and blue teal collection, which you can see is more for like a smoky eye, where this is much brighter. So let's get this swatched up. We're going to start with Whisper Pink. Just like in the other one, this is a pretty good highlight. It's a little bit sheerer than white, but it's definitely a pretty color. Layering, great for layering. Put it over black, put it over other smoky shades to add almost a pearlescent or frosty finish. Next up, we have Tan. And tan is a little bit bronzy, I find. It's a nice metallic shade, very smooth. As you can see, these two blend really well into each other. The next shade is Rose, and this one was a little bit underperforming for me, though I love the shade of it. This would be one of those shades that you apply wet or you apply over a primer, otherwise you're not going to get optimal finish with it. You're not going to get optimal pigmentation. So this is without any primer, this is without any, and this is applying it over Fix Plus. Hold on. There you go. That's over Fix Plus. As you can see, there is much noticeable difference. I'm sure you guys can see it. But that golden reflection is like everything. I love it. Then we have Raining Riches, which is a glitter. It's a copper glitter. And again, you'll see better picture swatches. You'll see it much better and much clearer in the picture swatches. And lastly, the last shade is Heritage Rouge, which is really close to the Rocky Heart Picture Show pigment, which was It's Not Easy Having a Good Time, I think it was. It's close to it. It's not a dupe at all, but it's very close in shade. So if you didn't get to pick that one up, pick this up. It's quite similar. And that concludes the rose and pink set. Very pretty, very bright set. So, guys, what can you do with pigments? You can do so much. Pigments are in every cosmetic product. Lipsticks, when we say it's pigmented, that means how much of this stuff is in it. Same thing with shadows. You can press these pigments to make a shadow, more dense, more compact. You can add these to gloss to make a tinted gloss. You can add a lot to make like a lipstick looking product or a liquid lipstick. You can apply these to your face as blush, highlight, bronzer, depending on the shade of course. You can use these in clear nail polish to create a colored nail polish. You can use the glitter, dip your clear nail polished nail into the glitter, and poof, you have glittery nails. You can use these, spray your hair with hairspray, and then apply the glitter into your hair, the pigment into your hair, add it to clear mascara to apply as mascara for your pigments, apply it to your hair, apply it everywhere. You can use these shades as in your lotions to make like a shimmery body lotion, like that would be really pretty in the summer. You can do a lot with these pigments. The one thing that you can't really do is the glitter. You're not supposed to apply those anywhere near your eyes because they're not eye safe. They can get into your eye, they can scratch your cornea, and nobody is sexy when they have a scratched cornea. That being said, I still apply glitter to my eyes because I just don't follow the rules, but with good conscience I can't tell you to use it by the eye. I personally do use it, and when I do use it I make sure to use a good adhesive. I use Fix Plus, I use eye candy adhesive, I use specific glitter adhesives or anything I know that's gonna suction it onto my eye, because if it, like I said, if it does go into your eye you can risk cutting your cornea, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Did you pick up any of the pigment sets? I know some of you got all of them, some of you guys got one of them. Do you feel that they're similar to last year with just a few little variations? Did you love the packaging as much as I did? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this and tell me what you got. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my fashion and beauty blog and follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust. Enjoy the picture swatches, and thank you so much for watching.